What's up, guys? Mr. Dan here, back again for another Wild Eye Wednesday review. Just quick note, we have Wild Eye Week coming up starting the 22nd. So you can check my Instagram for some updates about that. And, also Bronco Juggalo, he put a list of all the participants on his Instagram. So, Horrific Nightmares JM, Joe the Harman, there's a lot of really great creators going to be reviewing some Wild Eye movies. I've got 5 reviews already finished that I'm saving up for that week. So I got a couple more to work on. And for today's Wild Eye Wednesday, we're doing one I mentioned some time ago, Bonejangles. When bones rattle, blood will flow. This is one I picked up in my first batch of Wild Eye movies that I got. And it was pretty good. It wasn't 100% what I thought. Okay, so I actually watched this one before I watched a lot of the other Wild Eye films that I've reviewed, like the Velocipaster and some ones that you'll be hearing about that I'll be reviewing during Wild Eye Week. So I started this movie up, and the first thing is I'm like, there's these 2 police officers, real goofballs, and I'm like, they're not wearing regulation uniforms, and that guy's hair looks a little too long, and then they come on the radio, and the reporter says, "Oh, the supernatural serial killer Bonejangles is on the loose." I was like, they wouldn't say that. And then I realized, like, what, stop it. This is not like a serious movie. This is a fun movie. Because you have to admit, this Bonejangles mask, I mean, this looks pretty cool. It looked a little cooler to me in the beginning of the film. Towards the end, it I don't know, something about the way that it was shot or the lighting didn't look as cool. Okay, but basically, this is a silly one, and it tries to do a lot, maybe too much. Anyway, there's these 2 police officers, goofballs, transporting this serial killer, Bonejangles. He gets loose. Coincidentally, they hole up in this town. The one police officer, he has a relationship with this town. That's where he comes from. He left town. There's a whole backstory about leaving his one true love behind. Coincidentally, this is the night that she's getting married to this real Yahoo, of course, who's also the town hero. Now, why is he the town hero? Because there's a witch named Rowena, are you following this, who unleashes these zombies. I forget if it was once a year or something anyway, but tonight is the night. So this, of course, is the night they're going to get married. Makes sense, right? And now her former boyfriend has shown up. And basically, they let Bonejangles loose to fight the zombies. And meanwhile, you have some characters who are kidnapped by the witch Rowena, who uses people. She's kind of like a succubus. And then that's pretty much it. Now, in the beginning, we had this film does feature a Reggie Bannister, who, of course, many of us, we love that guy from the Phantasm franchise, right? I mean, great. It was great to see him in this. He's a little, up there in years now. But he basically plays the father of Bonejangles. So the Bonejangles character has these flashbacks where his father is telling him, not to trust, women and all this stuff. And he's the one that kind of creates this monster, basically. And it was interesting because reminded me of the movie Headless a little bit. Only in that one, the killer sees this vision of a kid wearing like a mask that actually kind of looks like Bonejangles. And in this one, it's Bonejangles. He conjures up these visions of his father who, are telling him what to do, and basically kind of explains why he's so messed up. So most of that is in the beginning. He does come back for one sort of flashback towards the end. But it was great to see Reggie Bannister in this film. Overall, it was silly. I laughed a little bit here and there. When he finally does cut loose, I was hoping for a little more. There actually aren't that many zombies. I was hoping for some more action. One of the characters, somebody loses a hand, and I have to say, it looks pretty bad. There's like a stump with blood coming out of it. It looks like bad. There's some buildings that blow up that are very kind of fakey looking. That I didn't mind. I don't know, but they didn't go the 100% Velocipaster route and embrace that either. So I mean, there's almost elements of this that could have been like a serious, pretty good movie. The scenes at the beginning with Bonejangles and the flashbacks with his father. But then it just gets silly. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of exposition in this because they sort of have to explain the origin of Bonejangles, and then they get to the town, and there's a scene where this old man sidles up next to the one police officer, and he takes forever to tell the story about Rowena. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And then when you finally get to the climax, it's boom, done. I don't know. It was okay. There was also one of the I forget if he was a police officer, but somewhere along the way they pick up this guy, or I think he might be a police officer actually, and he's just like over the top, like an over the top gay character, like a caricature, and it's just like really still, I don't know, just it wasn't that funny. So this was okay. I mean, I guess maybe some other people may have liked this a little more than I did. Now, during Wild Eye Week, I'll be reviewing some other kind of wacky, silly Wild Eye releases that I think are better than this one. And I gotta say, for goofy, silly movies, Velocipaster is just gonna be hard to beat. Okay, there it is, guys. Bonejangles, and I'll see you for Wild Eye Week. Thanks. Later.